Hey guys, this is Gene Jensen, and it is time for June's MTB Slam. As you can see, I'm bank fishing this month. I'm pretty excited about it. It's a little different. I was challenged by Tackle Junkie 81. We kind of started this little banter back and forth where we're going to challenge each other. And so this month he came up with a challenge, and so he's got a bank fish and I've got a bank fish with mine, and together we're going to try to see who does the best, just for bragging rights. Nothing in particular. And then next month I'm going to challenge him. So I'm kind of excited about it. So here it is, my mystery tackle box. This is my son's. It's the only one that made it to us in time for Boy Scout camp. I'm at Woodruff Scout Reservation in North Georgia with my Boy Scouts. And so I'm going to try to get this done this evening, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to because I could be called away at any moment. So this may take me a couple of days to do the MTB Slam, but just, you know, got other things that are pulling me away. But anyway, so let's open it up. Let's see what's in it. What Mystery Tackle Box is it's a subscription-based product. You can subscribe for all the way up to a year. And in it, you get a bunch of tackle that you may have never tried before, never seen before, and you might find a new confidence lure. So let's go through it and see what's in here. My son's already opened it up because he wanted to see what was in it, but he wouldn't let me look at it. So let me pull the card out. The first one, all right, is the Flat Belly Walker by Sabile. It's in a fire tiger color. It's a walking bait. May be dark or almost dark before I get these fish shallow enough to hit this, but I'll still try it out. I'll tie it on, and if this takes me longer than a day, I'll do it in the morning. Let's see. So the next one is, oh, and the Belly Walker is $6.99 retail. The next one is a punch jig from Fish Hog Tackle. Oh, cool. It's kind of my favorite style head. It's kind of a brush head, but it's black. All right, cool. I don't know about this lake. We'll see if it's got hard bottom. And it retails for $4.99. The other one is the Fathead Junior Swim Bait. It's a reaction strike swim bait. Retails for $5.90 for a 4 or 5 pack. So these look to be about 4 inches long. Yep. And I might have some hooks I can put those on. The next one is the Bat Wings by Z-Man. This is a pretty good little trailer. Yeah, let me pull it out and show it to you since the package is kind of in the way. It's just a chunk trailer for jig fishing, and I'll put that on that jig. Nothing wrong with putting green pumpkin on a black jig. Then we have the Paddletail Worm. Oh, the Bat Wings is $2.75 for a 3-pack. Paddletail Worm is $2.25 for a 4-pack. And this is Charlie's Worms. And that's what the front of it looks like. The watermelon, this is very, very clear water, so this will be a good color for this lake. Got a little paddle tail on it. All kinds of stuff you can do with that. Let's see, Eagle Claw Laser Sharp hook. I'll use that with the worm. $1.06 for a 2-pack. Where are they at? So they look to be, yep, they're 3/0, so they'll work pretty good with those worms. And then the last one is I've never seen this one before, the Fast Statch Clip by Mustad. Okay, so it takes the place of the dual clips I've been using for years. Let me see what they look like. So I'll mess around with them and see how they go. But that's it. Let me put them on some rods and see what's going on. My text just went off. Let's see if they need me. But like I said, we're going to try to get this done. All right, so let's talk about how I've got these things rigged up. I've rigged up everything but the topwater bait, and because I've only got 3 rods, when I go bank fishing, I carry 3 rods. I carry a medium heavy rod, 7 foot, 7'3", a medium action rod, that's 7 feet, and then a medium action spinning rod. So that's what I've got today. And let's talk about how we're going to rig these up. I've got the jig on my medium heavy rod. This is a little custom deal I'm testing out for a guy. He's trying to figure out how to make good custom rods at a low price. So he sent it to me, told me to beat it up, so that's what I'm going to do. Black jig, I put the Z-Man Bat Wings on there. And we'll see how that goes. This is a 7.3 to 1 or 7.7 to 1. Lose Tournament Light, brand new reel, still trying to figure it out. Put the little reaction strike swim bait on my medium action rod. I have it, the hook I'm using is a weighted Moner hook, one of my favorite weighted hooks. Actually, it's the only one I have, the only brand I use anyway, from Moner, and that's the swim bait. I'll throw that around a little bit. I don't think I'll catch anything in it unless I drag it on the bottom, because this, I don't know where these fish are. What am I thinking? And then I put a little light shaky head on this spinning rod, and that's what I'm doing, this big paddle tail worm. Let's see what that light shaky head does with all the action out of that worm. Worm smells real good, so probably could eat it. Anyway, all right, let's do it to it, see what happens. I think that's a bluegill. Oh, little bass. That one doesn't even count. Look at this little thing. It's fish. That one's quite a bit bigger than that. They're liking this worm. Got it? Yep, he's got it. There's a nice one. I guess it's a nice one for this lake. It ain't bad. He thinks he's big. There we go. That's number 1 on the Charlie's worm. Actually, it's number 3 on the Charlie's worm. A little shaky head. There it is. Skinny. All right. Good, good, good. Awesome. All right, it's day 2. It's been a busy scout week. It's actually the 2 days since I was out here fishing last, but we're gonna keep doing it. See if I can't finish up. I only had about an hour maybe last 2 days ago to fish, and hopefully I got all my bases covered. Well, I'll have a couple more hours today, and maybe finish it up tomorrow. Just, you know, when you take 26 boys to scout camp, that's what happens. You get pulled away quite a bit, and luckily I'm not by myself. I've got a lot of friends, and I'm not in charge, so I'm just here for support. But let's see how it goes. Let's keep fishing. There's one on the jig. Decent one. All right, that's number 2. Man, let's get some slack on this thing. Oh, it's already wrapped up on the jig. Got some again. They're pretty fish, but they are skinny. Poor guys. Not enough food in this lake, I guess. Huh. He thumped it. Not bad. That's number 2. Let's break out the swim bait. Oh. All right, well, while I'm throwing this swim bait, let me kind of explain to you why I'm fishing here. Let me loosen up this camera. I'll turn it and I'll show it to you. New tripod, new buttons and knobs to turn. Okay. Cheap tripod. All right. Now, this is the dam. Of course, it's the dam I'm fishing. It's all rocks and everything else. But the reason I'm fishing it is we got summertime weather, water temperatures in the mid-80s. And so what I'm doing is I went and I found where the deepest water meets the shallowest water. And this dam is almost perfect. It's got a lot of rock out in front of it, and then on this half it doesn't have a whole lot of rock out in front of it. Really clear water, so it's got deep grass, a nice drop off of the rocks, and it's 32 to 35 feet right out, a long cast out. So it comes from real deep up, and you have a ledge with grass on it, and then you have another ledge with rock on it, and the bass are right off, basically swimming up and down that ledge with the grass on it. At least that's my theory, and that's why I chose this spot. The rest of this lake, there's a lot of shallow water close to the bank, and it's a good long cast to get out to the deeper water, and that would be better for morning and early morning, late afternoon. There's not that many steep points. If I wanted to walk all the way across the lake or all the way around the lake, there'd be another spot. Let me point, see if you can see it. That's the waterfront. There'd be another spot right out there next to that hill, because that steep hill comes so close to the water. You know where the deep water is. But I'm not going to walk all the way down there. That's why I chose this spot. And I'll probably try that topwater bait later tonight. I've got a couple of boys that need to catch some fish. I'll take them out here and get them fishing, and then I'll grab that topwater, see if I can finish it up either tonight or maybe early tomorrow morning. I'll wake up early. So anyway, so I'm going to work this dam pretty good with this swim bait, because this is about my only choice of areas right now, unless I go exploring, which I might. And the way I'm fishing this swim bait is I'm casting it out and let it just sink down to that ledge where the grass is. The grass is 10 to 12 feet deep. And then I'm just slowly reeling it up above that grass. I like the hollow body swim baits, especially with that motor hook, because it'll ride on top of the grass and not pick up so much of it, like that jig wood or that shaky head. Reeling it real slow, trying to keep it as close to the bottom and close to that grass as I can get it. And then it comes up and it hits that top of that other ledge. Are you kidding me? Guys, look at this fish. I seriously, I can't believe I forgot to hit record on the camera. Caught him on the swim bait. Look at that stinking thing. God, I can't believe I forgot to turn the camera on. I'm shaking. I threw it out next to this drain on the shady side, let it sink down, and this big girl just hammered it. So, oh, I'm bummed. Look at that thing. Jeez, I can't believe I forgot to turn the camera on. Anyway, she's a good 9, 8 maybe, 8 or 9, halfway in between. Look at that son of a gun. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to turn the camera on. All right, I'm gonna take her over here and let her go. Oh, go big girl. Come on, get your bearings. There she goes. Turn up on your side. There you go. God, I can't believe I forgot to turn it on. What in the world? I mean, I turned the camera. I was acting like it was on. Turn around, it wasn't even on. Rookie mistake. Can't believe I forgot to turn the camera on. Oh, so disappointed. You see what Boy Scout camp gets you? Look at this. They're teaching these guys how to water ski. Wanna know what I love about Boy Scout camp? Boys get to try new things. Look at that. Oh, you almost had it. Not bad for the first try. Not bad for the first try. That's awesome. All right, it's my last day of camp. It's my last chance to catch anything on this topwater, and I haven't tried very much. I threw it a few times, that one a couple of days ago. Camp's been pretty busy, so I haven't been able to fish that much. I think I've probably been out a couple hours, maybe 3. And so I'm gonna try to catch it on the last, or catch a fish on the last topwater bait. And when you're bank fishing, you really, if you want to catch a fish on topwater, you really got to understand when the best time is for topwater. And the best time is when the fish are shallow and active. So low light conditions, I've got cloud cover, I've got it's early in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to get out here on a shallow little pocket or a shallow point or anywhere the bass are going to be up shallow feeding before they move back out deep. And this lake is clear. The fish have been 10 feet deep. So during the day, the fish aren't shallow and active. They're deep. They may feed like they did when I caught that big one, but they're going to be deep. And so that's why I'm out here. That's why I'm going to try to catch a fish with it. So here we go. Well, the very first cast, I got it hung on that little lay down. There was just a little stick under the surface I didn't see, and I just pulled it right into it and hung it. So I went and got it because I ain't going out like that. No, I didn't get it on video. I didn't think I was going to have to get in and go swimming. So there it is. I'm wet. So I may have to take this and not use my microphone. I may have to use the microphone on the camera because I don't want to ruin this. So let's roll. Let's keep catching. Ain't a big one, but I got it. And there's my MTB slam. Not a big fish. There's a bunch. I guess there's a bunch of little ones there. This lake is not very healthy, although it has that one big fish in it. You can tell it's not very healthy because these little ones are skinny, very skinny. Needs a lot more food. But anyway, that's my MTB slam. It's a second hit, maybe a third hit, I don't know, but there's 2 hits during that one cast and the one before, so not bad. Not a bad little fish. Let's get him back in the water and I'll put this microphone on and close this video out. All right, so I ended up doing it. I caught a fish on every single lure that's in this box. It was fun. It was a little challenging because of time restraints and being committed to Boy Scout camp, but I really wanted to do it here for 2 reasons. You know, it's a pretty cool lake. This is the lake I caught my first big fish on. I was 12 years old at Scout camp, and it's what got me hooked on bass fishing. Is this lake right here. Haven't been here since I was 15, or maybe, yeah, I was probably 15 years old. And secondly, to show that Scout camp's pretty fun. It introduces a lot of boys to new things they've never tried before. A lot like mystery tackle box. Boy, that was pretty bad. I didn't do it on purpose. But anyway, so the mystery tackle box is a monthly subscription product. I'll put a code right up here. It says it's a coupon code for getting your first box for $4.99. But first of all, let's go around. Let's go over the baits and what I caught them on. Let me get the little card out. All right, now see if I can remember. It's been a few days. The first one was the Charlie's worms. This is a pretty good worm. It was a perfect color for this lake, being that it's a watermelon. You know, clear water lakes, I like to use baits that when I hold them up to the sky, I see light through them, and I tend to have more success with them that way. So that was the Charlie's worms paddle tail worm. I put it on a shaky head. Let's see, the next one was, and I caught a few of them on that shaky head. The next one was the fish hog tackle punch jig, and do I have that one in here? No, I don't. Must be in my bag up in the truck. But just the fish were out at 10 feet on the edge of a grass line right off of that dam. The dam came out, had a bunch of rocks just under the surface, and then dropped down to 10 feet, and there was a shelf with some grass on it. And then dropped down to 30, 35 feet out to the drain on that dam. So they were right there on that grass, a bunch of little ones cruising back up and down. You could actually see them from the top of the dam. And so caught one on that punch jig, and it had the Z-Man trailers on it, the Bat Wings 2.75. These are really good for wintertime fishing. This size, they have a little bit of action, and I use smaller trailers when I'm fishing jigs in the wintertime. And then the big one came off of the swim bait, the Reaction Strike Flathead Junior, or Fathead Junior, and it was really cool. Well, first of all, I was getting a bunch of sweat in the windbreak of my microphone, so I took it off and wrung it out and turned the camera off and got it sorted and situated to where it was on the outside of my shirt, so I'd stop soaking up sweat, and made a cast without thinking about hitting record on the camera, and I made a long cast and it hit right next to the ladder that was on the side of that drain, and I let it sink, and it sunk down about 10 feet. That's the level of that grass that's on the bank, okay? So there's a parallel to this, or there's a common thing of this. The fish were at 10 feet deep, and it went down, and at 10 feet it stopped sinking. I didn't even wait to feel the hook or feel the fish. I set the hook, laid into it, and that was that fish. And I'm guessing 8 to 9, maybe a little over 9, I don't know. Big, that's all I care. And got it in, had moved the camera around while I was fighting it and everything else, and got it in and lipped it and came up to show it to the camera and noticed that it wasn't recording, and my heart sunk. I was so mad because that fish jumped twice. I got it on, well, was supposed to have got it on video. The camera was pointed in the right direction. It happens. It happens to me. Seems like a lot. It's kind of, I'm one of these days. Anyway, so, and then the last one, I waited till I could get out early in the morning. This is the first day I've been able to get out early in the morning to fish the flat belly walker. It's a topwater bait. This is summertime, so the fish are going to be shallow early and they're going to be shallow late. And so I waited till I could get out here in the early in the morning. And it didn't take me long. I moved along a bank, wasn't catching anything, moved up to a point, made 2 or 3 casts, got one fish to miss. On the next cast or the cast after that, I got that little fish. It missed it once and came back and hit it again. And that's it. I'm excited. I'm so happy that I got the MTB Slam done. It doesn't happen very often. But like I always say, be sure to introduce somebody to fishing. Introduce them to the wonderful sport that we enjoy, and show them my videos and let me help you teach them how to fish. But more importantly, get out on the water, get out and catch some fish and have some fun. Thanks. Take care.